You know, one of the most special things that we get to do here in the Marine Band is to support inaugural events, as we've been doing since the days of Thomas Jefferson. And oftentimes when I'm at one of these inaugurations, I can't help but think of all the Marine Band directors and Marine Band musicians who have been in that very position, you know, for centuries now. And so every one of those is special and memorable in its own right. But for me, the standout inauguration will always be the inauguration that we did in 2009 for President Barack Obama. Every inauguration is historical in its own right, but that one was historical for a number of reasons that I think we all understand as Americans. And the throng that was gathered there, you know, for that inauguration, of course, set records that may never be broken. But when you're in the middle of an inauguration, when you're supporting it, you're just focused on the mission. And especially as the music director of the Marine Band, you've got a lot of plates spinning, and you want to make sure that you hit all of your cues and that everything happens exactly on time. And so I tend to be very narrowly focused when I'm doing one of those inaugurations, really just focused on the timing, making sure that we're hitting all of our cues and everything is working very smoothly. So I tend not to really think about the event in its entirety. And when we get to the end of the swearing-in ceremony for President Obama, the very last thing that happened musically was the performance of the national anthem. And for that inauguration, it was sung a cappella by the Navy Sea Chanters. And so I didn't have any role in that performance, and so I turned around so that I could salute the colors during the performance of the anthem. And when I turned around and looked out toward the colors, I was also looking out directly onto the mall. And for the first time, really allowed myself to consider, you know, the incredible history that was being made that day, and looking at the millions of people that had come out and to view this very special event. And you know, I'm not a very emotional person, but that was a moment that I became completely choked up, because I realized that I was a very, very small part of an incredibly historical event that will be remembered for generations to come.